I left the UK because of Brexit. My now 9-year-old child was 2 weeks old at the time of the vote, and I took him into the polling booth and we did our little vote. And then the next day the result came through and I sobbed. I sobbed like a baby. And that might have been postpartum, but it was also this sense of grief and loss that something had been taken from us, and it had been taken from us on a platform of like lies and racism. And I felt like I didn't recognise my country anymore. And so we moved to France, and we were lucky to be able to line things up for that to happen before the withdrawal agreement went through. So it was kind of straightforward. We didn't have to worry too much about visas. And then since then, it's nearly 7 years now, since then we've built our lives here. And it's hard. There are days when it's a really hard thing to do, and there are days when I wish that I could just communicate and move through the world as easily as I do in my home country. But I've never regretted it, not once. And it might sound weird to say it, but I think that ick I was feeling, that thing that made me feel like I need to get me and my family away from this, was me subconsciously seeing the signs of fascism in the rhetoric around Brexit and immigration and the NHS and all of it. And now I've done a lot more reading on the subject. I can see those for what they were, signs of fascism. And it's uncomfortable to say it about my own country, but Americans are on this app every day saying the same about theirs. You know, the UK is well on that path. It's well on that path. And we're going to have to fight really, really hard to make sure that it's not the next one to fall in line behind the UK or US.